We give pressure to this really talented field, and it shakes things up, and it really shows who's ready to rise to the occasion. Isaac is just a classic Southeastern backhand hyzer flip thrower. He's just playing like he just picked up disc golf. Like he has this essence of beginner's luck that he seems to have. He's playing with so much confidence right now, and it looks like he's just having the absolute time of his life.
I love Chris Dickerson at this event. Last year when he won, he shot back-to-back course records on Brewster and then Fox Run.
The fact that he has all the shot shaping from the forehand and the backhand side, and he also can throw a mile, I mean, it's perfect conditions for this track.
It's going to be really difficult for Matty O to come back and win this tournament, but he's been on 15 lead cards at Elite Series and Majors. He just keeps knocking at the door. Eventually that door is going to come bursting open and he's going to win one of these. The way he plays, the energy he brings, it's so much fun to watch. Can he finally lock it down? He's going to have to do something amazing today if he wants to win this tournament. You have to give the advantage to Ricky Wysocki because of history, because of his comfort on this course. The weather's going to be wild. Ricky's going to be a ghost out there if he's playing well. It's going to be impossible to catch him if he's birdieing holes. But if he's not and he lets the door open, it's going to be a really wild finish. Well, we have made it to the final round of the first playoff event. Folks, hello and welcome to the fourth and final round of the 2022 Discraft Green Mountain Championship. Big Hart commentary coming to you today. Jeremy Koling, joined by my co-host, Brian Earhart. And before we get into the action, one more time, we're going to do a reminder. We've got those new JomezPro hats restocked. We've got the Amigos hats. We got the performance hats. We got an assortment of colors. Got some tropical. Yeah, limoncello.
Huge limoncello.
Burnt orange and apricot sorbet. Those are the colors that we
My favorite dessert.
Go check those out. Those are some sweet hats. I think we might even have some of these white camo mesh hats too. So anyways, go check those out online, JomezPro.com. And here is the man right here that these guys are going to be chasing, Ricky Wysocki. My God, look at those numbers right now.
I mean, he's playing with so much confidence. He's playing without fear, which is very scary for a lot of people here.
2 strokes back, Chris Dickerson, the reigning champion of this event. Like we said, back-to-back course records. On these 2 courses, Chris Dickerson is going to be a problem if he comes out firing hot. Isaac Robinson, already a winner this year on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Like you said, I mean, he's just got that youthful exuberance. He's just enjoying the moment. And my gosh, is his putt something to watch. Matt Orum, my goodness, man. This guy has 119 Elite Series and Major starts with 0 wins, and that's the second most ever. He's bound to do it. He is so close. He's got the second most Elite Series and Majors podiums without a win. He's got 9 of those. 9 podiums without a win. Johnny McRae has 10. Those are the top 2. Anyways.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
All bets are off right now. We're looking at this drone flyover. These are not the conditions that the players are teeing off in right now. Yeah, it's 565. Yeah, it's short.
First up on the tee. He's from
They have to deal with
Scottsdale,
this.
Arizona. He's a 4-time Green Mountain champion and a 2-time world champion. He's representing Dynamic Discs. Let's make some noise for Ricky Wysocki.
Before we get into the action, I do have an interesting disclaimer. As Ricky's not going to waste any time getting underneath the umbrella, stepping up and throwing. It's in bounds. That's good. Get back to your umbrella quick. I did not watch coverage. I have no clue what happens this event. I did not follow along. I wanted this to be a surprise like we did at Portland Open. It was a lot of fun to do commentary without any knowledge of the outcome.
He's representing Discraft. Let's give it up for Chris Dickerson.
And I know quite a few of our audience likes to avoid spoilers.
Here's a fun one. Chris Dickerson has 2 towels in his disc golf bag today.
Well, where are the other 6?
They are at home.
And he unfortunately will be drying that off from the out of bounds section on the right side.
Chris, coming from Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Not what Chris
Just
Dickerson was
3
looking
strokes
for
back.
right off the bat.
Right this way up. He's representing Team Prodigy. Let's hear it for Isaac Robinson.
What a summer vacation this has been for Isaac.
This speedy style really suits him too.
Yes.
I mean, that's no different. Oh no! Oh, what a horrible break. That was a really nice release, but step up on the tee and throw thing does not affect Isaac in any ways.
Team West Side. Let's give it up for Matty Orum.
Another one held off to the right side, but this has got the right amount of energy behind it that will stay in bounds. And Ricky, once again, not wasting any time. This one is pulled way left. This is in danger of going out of bounds. And it does. It does find the out of bounds.
Yeah, it's coming down so hard right now. The players need to play fast or else their fingers are going to get pruned. And once you get to that point, you're screwed. So they have to play fast.
Oh, Chris Dickerson, that kicks left. I hope that stayed in. It does. But there's a certain ratio of how fast I'm playing to what amount of focus am I throwing into this shot. And obviously you got to make sure that first and foremost the grip stays. Oh.
Just chaos. Little kick of justice
Matt
from
Orum.
Matty-O.
Look at that. I mean, that's going to be a huge swing in Matty-O's favor right off the bat.
Hold up.
No way.
That looked so good out of his hand.
Come on, Ricky.
He stepped up the moment he pulled the disc out of his bag. He stepped up to his lie and banged an 80-footer. That is a throw-in on the UDISC stats.
That. Oh my gosh.
Par.
It looks like the rain has already slowed down and just. Okay, what? This is great. This is already amazing.
Throw-ins.
This is already amazing. Okay.
What a clean release with the rain pouring.
I don't think either one of those putts looked any different than the other. Like they both came in with the right pace, hyzering in at the last second perfectly. Okay. I mean, that was a certified dream scenario for Matt Orum. Just playing the hole perfectly. The leader's about to take a bogey. The guy that's right in front of you is about to take a double bogey. Nope, just single bogey, par, and you only gain one stroke on the leader. I mean, but good for you. I mean, that's a nice birdie to start off. A hole that was birdied by most of the field. Well, actually, there's a split between birdies and pars, and man, we saw a couple bogeys on this card.
And hole number 2, as short as it is, with these conditions, you can't hit early. Bogey comes into the picture so quick with how thick the rough is on the left side and the OB, all down the right side and behind the basket.
Orum, that's drifting towards the basket, and that comes up 27 feet short, maybe closer.
I think you nailed it. And Ricky's just throwing that base plastic harp and just shanks it, but gets through everything.
Oh my goodness, what a break. Again, Matty-O's like, come on, man. Like, I need you to mess up some more because I'm trying to make a run for the first title ever. It boggles my mind that he hasn't won one of these yet. Chris will be 50 feet short. Isaac, an uncharacteristic early release kick left. That is That is not good.
We'll see where he ends up. Yeah, that's a better camera angle to show you how hard it's coming down.
Okay, sit. Wow, that puddle helps. A decent escape shot. And Chris, wow, doesn't even give it a run. That's a little bit surprising.
What's so interesting about this point in the round is the players are really playing some chaotic disc golf, but the wind is non-existent. So the spectators are actually kind of enjoying themselves out here. Just short-armed it.
Yeah. So that's a gift Ricky will take. He's going to gain one on the card. Ricky, one of the best front runners in our sport. When leading by 2 strokes or more, I think he's won 20 out of the last 23 events when he's had this kind of lead. Just can't give Ricky any sort of comfort. He feeds off that.
All right, hole number 3. Jeremy, I don't think the rest of this card is taking your line today with the thumber over the top, but you really just want to throw something smooth and slide it up to the basket here. It's a weirdly tough gap to hit, despite it really being more generous than a lot of holes these players have to play.
That looks great. A little bit of an unfortunate kick off that tree, but it doesn't hurt it too bad. Still inside C1. Matty O with a hard kick left, and that is going to be punishing. This is looking really well thrown. Oh, it's drifting a... No, that's great. That's great.
Nice try.
It looked like it was going to be a bit too far right, but yeah. Nice pace behind it. Good stability. Wow, good ground play.
Interested to see where Matt ended up after that nasty kick off to the left. It's not fun back there.
And kicks another tree. That will most certainly be a bogey if he can get up and down from here. Got to watch out for the hyzer angle coming into this hillside. Does have the potential to roll away, but that time Matteo checks up. Isaac, an aggressive putter. And that stays relatively close, but you can see how quick putts can run down the hill. There is out of bounds back there. Okay, Ricky's got well, we'll have to wait for Chris's putt, but right now he's got some breathing room. Chris very close, but 4 strokes over next closest, and then call it 6 over Isaac. Let's call it 7.
It's tough to have to play as fast as you're playing in these conditions. You know, with the pressure mounting, with knowing that you have to focus so intently on every single little shot. Isaac's getting that experience today. Hole number 4, 629. As you see, there's the landing zone right there. It's going to be tough to land in this middle fairway. With the slick conditions, grip is a little harder. The players have to throw a flex shot. They have to lean into the disc a lot more, so they have to trust that disc stability.
That plant foot is going to be very important. We were slipping in the dry conditions in round 2 on this tee pad. So decent footwork is going to be huge right now. Ricky's going out of bounds unless he goes so far left. Oh, that's Okay, that is the middle section there.
He did this the first time they played here in round 2.
Yes.
Out of bounds 1, out of bounds 4. Much better drive from Dickerson.
You don't need a ton of distance, really. I think that should put Chris in the 330 range. You don't really... You have a lot of room to go big, but you're kind of risking what Matteo might be risking here by fading towards the out of bounds, and yeah, it's going to find it. Isaac really turned over. Does this have that late stability that it needs to stay in bounds? Or no, this is going over the road. I believe he'll be able to advance to the second, to the island. He did cross over that fairway, but...
Just by a little bit.
Okay.
As you see, he's in that back corner. And that's kind of a tougher shot. He has that bush in the way. He's going to have to throw a backhand turnover at the green unless he wants to go hyzer over everything.
Yeah, from that angle, it really would be huge if Isaac had a big forehand, but that's not the play here. He's going to have to, he's going for that turnover, and this is in danger of...
Look at this.
Not doing anything besides flying perfectly. Oh my gosh, in the rocks.
That was in the air forever.
Yeah, that was a silly good shot. Look at the little help from the rocks. How often we see sidearm spike into that little rocky area, but I don't know if I've ever seen a backhand nestle for the park job from that range before in this hole. That was a really nice shot. So Ricky will have that short putt for the par. And if he makes that putt, he's going to do the same thing he did in round 2, where he played the exact number of strokes he wanted to, minus the 2 out of bounds on 1 and on 4. Except he did par hole 3.
Yes.
So, nicely done for Matteo. That'll be an easy par save. But Chris will have an opportunity to cut into that lead here if he makes this, and he does.
So at this point in the round, the rain is actually starting to calm down. And it's actually really nice disc golf conditions. The wind, as you see with the flag, completely dead, rain gone, overcast skies around 70 degrees.
Kind of perfect timing, too, because this is when the course opens up and you don't have any sort of tree coverage, whereas you have trees on 2, you have some trees on 1, and you definitely have trees on 3 that kind of protect you from the rain. So good timing on the weather here to give our players an opportunity to play. To the very exciting hole 5. It's going to be a hyzer play for all of these guys, but with the wind being down, it's going to allow them to be a little bit more into attacking mode. You want to hit this gap here with a fairway driver, maybe go a little bit higher with a stable spike hyzer with a driver, like a max driver, but I think all these guys are going to go 9-speed-ish. It seems to be a good... Is this a mid?
I think it is. I think he's going wasp.
Wow.
Is this potentially his attempt at a layup?
That puts you in a really weird spot behind those trees. That's going to be a tricky up and down for Chris. I know he's got the distance, 445, but you get that distance so much easier with the fairway driver. I'm surprised to see him pull that speed out. Ricky doesn't have to think much about anything. He just levels out the felon and just puts it in the bullseye.
Yeah, this was great on Rick for taking advantage of these calm conditions. Just throw the stable disc hard and flat.
That was such a cool little slide.
And
What a shot.
Kind of takes advantage of the tentative play from Chris. Says, hey, you have to get up and down now.
This needs to be wider. It's too late for that. But the good break, if that continues to fly, that is finding the water. Certainly finding out of bounds. But now I think as long as he's on the other side of those trees, it should be an easy pitch up for the par. This is going to be pushing that left side OB if it doesn't hit the hillside. And it's going to find... But he's going to be up there with a decent look for the par.
I think he's about pin high.
Okay, yeah, that's not going to be outside 25 feet or so. So if Matteo went first, I guess that's Chris's disc right in front of him, so he's got essentially the same exact shot. Chris just trying not to lose 2 shots to Rick, and I think he's successfully done that.
Okay.
Whoa. Damage control mode right there. And a 2-over start. Essentially at this point, I mean, I don't want to say it's impossible for Matteo or Isaac to catch Ricky, but 7 back, it's nearly impossible.
This stretch coming up, starting at hole 7, is where you can pick up the most strokes. That's where Ricky, Chris can start to have some big numbers, and they can take advantage and take some birdies, but they first have to get past the treacherous.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9. Oh, hole 6. Treacherous hole 6, yeah, of course. The easiest hole on tour.
It's a stock forehand hyzer. If you par this hole, it is a bogey if you're comparing it up against the rest of the field, and it feels very bad. You just have to execute a stock fieldwork forehand hyzer. This is something you should be able to do in your sleep. Oh, and that did not go right.
Ricky Wysocki has just gone out of bounds on the easiest hole on 2.15 average. Whoa. Brian.
And another opportunity for Chris.
This is like one of those automatic doors that opens up when you go to the mall or something. You just walk in, and a little bit of motion activated, and you just walk right through it. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to open the door with your hand or anything.
That was an easy stroke there, potentially 2.
Yeah, he's not going to be close. I mean, he's made every single putt in the circle all week.
But that's literally all you have to do. That's the most overstable driver in his bag, and all he has to do is throw it into space. This is a much touchier shot that you have to execute.
I actually really like this. This is going to be pretty much parked. So is Ricky inside the circle?
I think he's just outside.
Okay, the man just refuses to miss putts right now.
Yeah, look at the emotion in that fist pump. Look at the way he's carrying himself right now. I love, he's got a little like swagger, cockiness to him, and he's not even really playing that great. He's going out of bounds. Where he's playing amazing is
3 OBs.
His short game. Yeah, he's 3 OBs right now.
And he's 3 under through 6 holes. There were, so we obviously had the cut. 39 players play today. 6 people in the entire field today. 6 people did not birdie this hole. There was even a bogey. But yeah, everyone else has taken.
So there it is.
Yeah. So anyways, on to hole 7. And I think that we can say after 7, 8, 9, at that point, we're going to know, is this a 2-horse race? I mean, it seems like it is already at this point. But big things can happen. Strokes can be gained and lost in a just snap of the finger here. We've seen double bogeys happen in a heartbeat.
So in round 2, there was a very stiff head cross to the left that really made things challenging for the card. At this point, when they get to this hole, Chris on the tee pad right now, it is extremely calm.
Must be nice. Must be pleasant.
He's still going layup. Ricky said in one of his post-run interviews that the new change to 7 has just made it pretty much irrelevant to go for it on the opening tee shot. You just throw the stock hyzer, stay safe, and work from there.
Yeah, Matty O also electing to play the safe shot. And I don't really see what is gained by going across.
Because you're going to have to lay up anyway.
Yeah, you're laying up in the next one anyway. So
you wonder for the World Championships next year if they are going to make a change. Do they want players doing this? Do you want to bring back the risk reward of going for the creek? Of course you do.
I think like we were saying in round 2, when the pin was off to the right and a little bit longer, it did encourage the players to go longer off the tee.
And yeah, all 4 players just going stock, right to left.
You just got to pick the spot that you want to throw your second shot, because there are 2 prominent trees that kind of shape hyzer and hyzer, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But you know, right here you can see pretty much everyone's going to have a hyzer play. I mean, they're just right there where they all want to be.
And that did not push the tree line enough. Is that going to be OB right away?
And if Chris pushes that another 70 feet, that's where the bubble starts to widen. And I think
you have to push the tree line in the back. I don't care if they've brought the OB up.
Well, you don't want to push it like this, because this is going to be heading out of bounds as well.
Yeah, it's got to skip.
Or, yeah, that's just too much turn. So there is a little bit of that door opening for our chasers.
Isaac has a lot of visualization that he just got to experience the first 2 shots.
That's more what you're looking for. Pushing that tree line with height. There's nothing else that thing can do. And that should be about 350 to the pin. Oh, Matty O hates it out of his hand. That just didn't have the distance or the width. It was kind of missing everything he needed. The commitment was lacking, and that's going to be another out of bounds for Matt.
Okay, so this is Ricky's 4th.
And he is going for it.
I believe 460 or so to the pin right now.
The distance was impeccable. Wow, what a shot for Rick to give him an opportunity to save another par, potentially with an out-of-bounds stroke. He's thrown 4 out of bounds so far. It's hard to just even fathom. Did he get the distance right? It looks like he did.
That's going to be about 50 feet from the pin.
It's inside C2?
I think so. I think he has a look to get up and down.
This is going to be closer to the pin. If he gets the distance right, he should be parked. Yeah. Awesome shot for Chris right there. That puts a little pressure on Ricky coming up with his 50 or 45 footer. Isaac an opportunity to gain one on the entire card, if not 2. And yeah, that is dialed in.
Always feels so good on 7 to watch your card kind of blow up, and then you finally walk up to your drive and you have a wide open hyzer.
Yep.
That's going to be a great birdie if he gets it.
Matty, almost just off the rim left. My gosh, dude. Wow. This guy isn't...
He just looks so intently focused right
Yeah.
now, just so zoned in,
Yeah.
and he loves it. Look at the emotion coming from Ricky. What is he
Who
playing
wouldn't?
for right now?
Well, I mean, he's playing for his 5th GMC title. And Isaac doesn't gain a stroke there. That is just unlike what we've seen from him this year. Matt Orum taps in the bogey, and Chris Dickerson will tap in his par. But yeah, that fierceness that we're seeing with Ricky is, I mean, it's not gamesmanship, but if it were, it would be effective because it's intimidating as all get out.
Yeah, he's in it. He's present. He's really enjoying being out here right now, saving all these pars.
Wow. In our commercial break, we just found out that Brian did not know that Ricky was a super shot aficionado, because yesterday we were talking about skee ball and how he's just placing the ball in the hole. Or that's Isaac that was doing the skee ball. While Isaac's playing skee ball, Ricky is doing the super shot, or I don't even think that's what it's called. The sure shot basketball thing.
Yeah, it's the one where we're at the arcade. Anyway,
he sets the records. Is all I'm saying. He sets records, and he's basically in that mode right now.
I've said this before. I love a hole like 8 where the distance comes sideways. How far right can you track the disc? And that's not going to be a good spot for birdie. Much better angle.
It's good angle. It's good distance. It's going to still leave him nearly 385 to 400 feet, which is a very scary distance onto this tiny green.
It's just a lot of force being put into this tee shot, and I'm wondering if the players are just a little worried about the slickness of these turf tee pads at this point.
This one is another one of those that I feel like can be a little bit slick. And look at Matty O just playing the sidearm layup game. Can he get aggressive from there and play for the birdie? I don't know. That's a long distance to carry. And it's just all uphill. So even if you are using a rangefinder and seeing that you're 410, you're 470.
Yeah, I feel like right now, with how wet everything is, you might just be betting against the field and just betting that your card is not going to go for the birdie, so you're just going to throw a nice safe shot.
And Chris, even trailing right now by 3, he elects to just play for the par. From that position, I don't hate that play. At a certain point, he's going to have to start making moves, though. If Ricky's just going to be making every putt under the sun, but if he's going to make every putt underneath these clouds, Chris has got to find some wiggle room somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, again, 3 strokes can be flipped pretty quickly out here with all this OB, so Chris has to keep his foot on the gas but stay patient. Ricky's thrown out of bounds so many times. Again, he just did it again. Eventually, he's going to have to miss a putt or something.
Yeah. Well,
he's really not throwing the disc that clean right now.
He doesn't seem to be flustered by it, though. And I guess why would you if you've made 4 bomb putts to save every one of them?
True.
And he's got essentially the same distance he's had in the last 2. So Chris's game plan, potentially could gain him a stroke here if Ricky is unable to make his 5th consecutive par save from out of bounds. Isaac. That's the Isaac we're accustomed to seeing, at least giving it a very good run from range. Comes up just a bit left. It's insane.
It's another 40-foot par save. Normally, you look at the UDISC stats for someone's scramble rate, and there's like 2 scrambles. You know, he's had to scramble 5 times for par.
I think Ricky just said, all right, enough. I've broken every sure shot record. Oh, boy. That happens sometimes.
It does. He cannot judge himself. He has a tough stretch of the course coming up. He has to keep pressing. He's still in a good spot. He's not falling behind that much.
Yeah, he's only dropped to 5th place. Well, that bogey might cost him. It might drop down a little bit more, but
well,
hole 9. This is one of the scariest holes we have remaining. There's a few that I can think of, 16, 18, but hole 9 is, chalk it up there as the hardest hole on the course, because that's what it is.
Especially tee shot wise. This is the most disciplined tee shot you have to throw out here, because birdie's still there. It's not too hard to not get a birdie, but it has to be super precise with power, angle. Everything has to go well on this tee shot.
I'll tell you what's huge, the fact that the wind's down.
Yeah.
Because this hole in the wind is a nightmare. I like the width. It's going to be left. It's, okay. Okay. I did not think it was that short. A phenomenal roll.
Yeah.
And now he's 45 feet away. This is going to need some help from the woods. And it's tried to so hard, but it just was unable to get back into the fairway. Isaac won over, and he's still tied for 3rd place right now at this point. And Ricky's safe, but he's going to be well short. Be interesting to see what he does from that range with the way that putter has just not found the ground yet.
Look at this.
This is perfection. Don't see too many drives inside circle on hole 9. It's a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah, this is kind of what I expected from Ricky. I think you wonder at what point in this round is he just focused on Dickerson? And when does he start playing match play? Was that layup because of Chris?
Chris with a conservative run. That wasn't his normal putting stroke. That was a putting stroke that was definitely influenced by the slope behind the pin. Oh, no. Nadia will walk away reluctantly with the par. Only 6 players in our 39-player field were able to get the birdie here, and of those, only 3 of them, I think, were with putts inside the circle. And just very, very difficult green to hit. And that's going to wrap up our front 9 as Isaac walks up here, taps in his bogey. He's going to be 2 over on the front 9. But because of how great he played in the first 3 rounds, he's still in 4th place right now. Paul Macbeth moving up a little bit. He's tied with Wysocki right now. The biggest move on the whole card right now is Greg Barsby with 4 under. But these scores are nothing compared to the windy round that we saw in round 2. And I mean, how much is the rain affecting what's going on out there? And the wind's down. Why aren't these scores lower?
I actually have no idea. I think the beginning, the players were all prepared for that to be a large portion of the round. But they actually got really nice weather after that, after the first couple of holes. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the back 9.
We've got 9 holes left, folks. The back 9 here at Fox Run Meadows, and then we will be crowning this year's GMC champion. I'm excited. I don't know who wins. I don't know what's going to happen out there, but if Ricky continue making every single putt, it's going to be hard to see anyone else taking him down this year. Let's get right to it.